Hello guys, and welcome back to a brand new video here on Nuneaton guys. I hope you guys are well. First of all, before I talk about my life updates as I do every Monday, I do want to mention that I do have a second channel which it's kind of took a little bit of a turn. I set it up mainly to talk about my life separately to university, but over the time I've been doing YouTube, I feel as though I've picked up relevant tips, and I feel as though these tips could help people regarding YouTube. So I've decided to set up a channel talking about YouTube and how, all the tips that I've built up over the time doing YouTube, hopefully to be able to grow people's channels in the long run. So some important information really. Every Sunday I'm going to be uploading a kind of video schedule on my channel. So if you go to the community page on Nuneaton guys, it'll come up with all the notices that I've been putting up on the channel. Every Sunday, probably around 12ish midday UK time, I'm going to be uploading the videos I'm going to be doing that week. So today, yesterday I uploaded the schedule, so go and check that out, give it a like and stuff like that. This is kind of important so you guys know what time I'm uploading and the videos I'm uploading, so you know whether to come back and check out the video if you're interested. But as you guys probably know, like I mentioned on the last video, every Monday there will be a life update. So talking to you guys about what's going on in my life, reflecting on all the different things that happened since I last spoke to you the following Monday. Every Thursday there will be a video on my second channel. This might not be an interest for you guys as you're following my nursing journey and Jacob's paramedic journey, but this is kind of separate to this channel, so I would really appreciate it if you guys go and check it out. But if it's not your cup of tea, then I completely understand that. But every Thursday at midday there'll be a video on my second channel, and then every Friday there'll be a nursing related video from myself. It could be anything regarding my nursing journey. I'm going to be trying uploading every Friday at midday. So now I've got that little bit of the start of the channel over. Make sure you do like and subscribe down below, follow me on social media, and let's get into the life updates. Okay, so the last time I spoken to you last Monday, if you haven't checked that video out, go and check it out. But I was talking to you guys about kind of holding off from NHSP and working in the hospitals because I was gonna go and consider working in a care home because I felt it was a safer environment. I had the interview the day after, so that was on the Monday. I had the interview on the Tuesday, but after I recorded the video I was kind of reflecting in bed and I was kind of thinking about whether it actually was a safe place. So I've spoken to Lucy, I spoke to my my dad, and I've spoken to Lucy's family, and then it was all in the news after that the care homes aren't getting the correct PPE. The death rate was very high in care homes because they're very vulnerable adults and people in care homes, so it kind of made me think, am I going into somewhere more dangerous than I actually think? So obviously I was reflecting on that. So I thought to myself, I'm going to go to the interview tomorrow and ask the relevant questions, whether if they've got the correct PPE, if they've got any cases in that care home, because I don't want to bring anything back to to my family, if that makes sense. And it's also really important that I don't give anything to those guys as well. And I was kind of really making me think over that night. So I attended the interview, and unfortunately they didn't have all of the equipment as of yet. It was arriving, so I didn't feel comfortable going and starting the job there, which was really sad because I was really looking forward to starting the job. Like I mentioned on the last update, I was looking forward to giving my experience in care and sort of working with that care home. And I feel as though when this all blows over, I will probably go back and do my part there, because it does sound like a really good care home. It's just unfortunate they didn't have the correct PPE, which is really important, as you guys probably know. So I made the decision not to take the job, which was quite sad, and it kind of left me then thinking about what I'm going to do next, because I'm jobless. Well, I actually have a job, but I didn't really think it was important enough to go in and potentially contract something. But I need the money, and also I do want to start picking up shifts for NHSP because, like I mentioned a couple of videos back, I could fall in love with an area of nursing that I didn't really think I had. And I will only be working as a HCA, but you are in different environments, you might pick up passion. So, but yeah, again, I've spoken to Lucy, her family, my family, and I had an email saying that in my local area because of this coronavirus, they have joined to some more hospitals to get, to help out with the pandemic. And it was a hospital literally next to next to Lucy's house, which is really, really good. They have all the correct PPE and stuff, so I felt that was a lot safer than going into the care home. So I rang up NHSP and they basically said that, it's going to come up in the next couple of days, keep an eye out. So in the job context of things, yes, I've turned down the care home, which I think was the right decision, but I'm probably going to be picking up NHSP shifts around the local area in Wolverhampton, which is exciting, but also scary at the same time. I think that answers the question I think someone mentioned on my Instagram, how's the jobs going? That kind of answers that question. Another question that has been asked on my Instagram is, how are your assignments going regarding nursing? So last time I've spoken to you guys, I said that I was way over the word count and I was nearly finished. I've kind of had like a step away from the assignment side, so I've done the assignment pretty much. I just need to get the words down a little bit more, and I need to start the leaflet that I was talking about, the health promotion leaflet. So I've got about 11 days now, so it's starting to get closer to the deadline, so I'm probably going to start working a little bit harder. But I've kind of just been focusing more on YouTube really, and kind of having some downtime and focusing on where we're going to be working, like I mentioned in the last question, which has kind of been on my main focus. But now I can just focus on YouTube and the assignments. Another question that was asked, so to say, on my Instagram was, how is your family and how's everyone doing? So like I mentioned, I'm living with Lucy and Lucy's family, her mum and dad, which I'm very, very grateful for. But my dad is very well, so my dad lives alone. He lives by himself. My mum and dad are both separated, and I call my dad regularly. My mum's she does a lot of work in hotels, so I catch up with her quite regularly. But I catch up with my dad every single day, and we kind of just talk, and non-coronavirus conversations. Quite nice, just catch up. But they're both well, and they're both doing well, should I say. It's really, really important. It is difficult because I can't just go and visit them, and it's quite sad, and I think that's the reason why you should call your family if you're away, because you can kind of catch up and touch bases, so it's not as bad, if that makes sense. Because normally I would be at university and I wouldn't go back as much, so it doesn't, as in for Lucy, she goes back every weekend, so for me I go back on in holidays time. So now I would probably be back at home, which is when it's kind of difficult. So that was all of the questions really that I was asked regarding my video from Monday to now. I do want to say though, if you have any questions and you want me to publicly respond to what I'm going to do every Monday at the end of the kind of my life update, because at the minute there's only a few things going on because we're all stuck in lockdown. So I publicly, at the end of my life update, I'll just publicly respond to some questions, which is really, really important. It gives me the chance to talk to you guys, as well as I'll obviously respond to your comments on the video, but I'll also address them in the video as well, which would be good. So if you have any questions, drop them down in the comments and I'll include them in next week's Monday updates. So I hope you guys are well, really, and I hope you guys are staying safe. I hope you guys are staying indoors. I hope you guys are staying in touch with your family and stuff like that. Also, I'd like to say, if any nursing students or paramedic students are watching this video, I would like to be interested if you guys have opted in or out of the the placement situation, and just kind of drop down your situation down below. I'd be really interested in reading about that. So yes. Thank you guys for reaching to the end of this video. I really, really appreciate it. Make sure, if you're interested, go and check out my second channel. I'll leave it in the description down below, and also I'll be uploading a video on Friday, kind of nursing related, so I'll see you there. Bye bye. I just wanted to say, I know I mentioned that you don't have to check out my channel, blah blah blah, but it would mean everything to me if you could just go over there, smash the subscribe button, because as you guys have been so supportive on my journey so far, this is another journey separate to this channel, so it does mean a hell of a lot. So I would really, 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 really appreciate if you guys could do that. Yes, I was thinking about this at 11 o'clock while I edited this video, but I do want to make this channel, and I'm really looking forward to making my separate channel to this channel, so